Today we are taking a look at Misaki Shokuhou from A Certain Scientific Railgun. This is the level 5 mental out figure in the Espresto line by Banpresto. In Academy City, espers develop unique psychic abilities through a rigorous scientific curriculum. The story mainly follows level 5 esper Mikoto Misaka as she navigates conflicts within this futuristic student metropolis. Misaki Shokuhou is the 5th ranked level 5 esper, famously known as the Queen of Tokiwadai Middle School. She wields mental out, a powerful ability that allows her to manipulate minds using her remote control. Today's highlights for this figure are the star-shaped highlights in the eyes and matching clear effect parts, the realistic depth between the shoulder bag chain and back, and the hair flow that conveys a floating sensation. First, the eyes feature precise star-shaped highlights that match the clear effect parts, creating a cohesive visual theme. Supporting that, the face print adds personality with a confident wink. Next, the structure of the shoulder bag creates realistic depth by maintaining a physical gap between the chain and her back. That attention to layering prevents the accessories from looking fused to the sculpt. Finally, the hair is sculpted with a floating flow that captures a sense of airiness around her shoulders. The use of matte finishing on these strands contrasts well with the glossy details elsewhere. This channel brings you figure reviews and anime merchandise updates straight from Japan. If you enjoyed this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe. The face captures Misaki's personality with a confident expression that feels true to her character. Her eyes are the standout feature here, printed with sharp, star-shaped highlights that sit clearly within the pupil. These stars are not just simple dots. They are defined shapes that catch the viewer's attention immediately. The application of the eye print is clean, with no visible bleeding or misalignment across the curved surface. The wink on one side adds a playful touch, creating an asymmetrical charm that suits her personality. Her soft smile features raised corners, giving the face a look of genuine warmth. Moving to the hair, the sculpt creates a complex sense of volume as the long blonde strands spread outward. Clear effect parts, shaped like stars, are integrated into the flow, emphasizing her mental out ability without overpowering the main sculpt. The hair bundles are separated cleanly, avoiding any awkward clumping that would weigh down the floating aesthetic. You can see how the sculptor has carefully carved the valley of each strand to catch shadow and define the flow. A matte finish covers the hair, softening the light reflection to keep the focus on her face layout. The slight tilt of her head works with the hair direction to frame her expression naturally. Even from the side profile, the bangs maintain a natural distance from the forehead, showing good depth control. The clear parts catch the light differently than the opaque hair, adding a magical sparkle that changes as you rotate the figure. This combination of expression, precise printing, and dynamic hair structure creates a powerful focal point that draws you in immediately. The upper body features the Tokiwadai middle school uniform, executed with natural fabric tension. The beige vest hugs the torso realistically, showing subtle pulls around the buttons and waist. You can see the fabric bunching slightly where her arm raises, mimicking how real knitwear behaves when moved. On her shoulders, the white shirt collar sits crisply against the knit texture of the vest, creating a clear separation between the two garments. The collar itself has sharp edges, suggesting a stiff, freshly pressed material that contrasts with the softer vest. One hand is lifted near her face in a greeting gesture, with slender fingers that look relaxed and naturally positioned. The sculpting of the hand avoids looking blocky. Instead, each finger has distinct definition and elegant curvature. The other hand firmly grasps her remote control, which is sculpted with enough detail to be instantly recognizable. You can see the individual buttons on the remote, proving that small accessories were not an afterthought. Behind her, the shoulder bag hangs naturally. The bag is not just glued flat to her back, it hangs with a sense of weight that pulls on the strap. The gap between this chain and her back provides that important sense of physical depth, making the figure look fully three-dimensional. At the waist, the pleated skirt follows the twist of her hips, flaring out slightly as she moves. The deep folds in the fabric create shadows that enhance the sense of movement in her lower half. The pleats are not rigid or uniform. They warp naturally in response to her stepping motion. Her legs are sculpted with natural curvature, highlighting the softness of the knees and calves. She wears white high knee socks that finish with a matte texture, distinguishing them from the skin. The top edge of the socks squeezes the thigh ever so slightly, a small detail that adds a lot of realism to the soft skin texture. For footwear, she wears brown loafers that feature a glossy, leather-like finish. This gloss contrasts sharply with the matte socks, adding material variety to the simple school uniform design. Reflections travel across the rounded toe of the shoe, clearly mimicking the look of polished leather. The pose creates a sense of stepping forward, with her weight shifting onto the front leg. This weight transfer is visible in how the back heel lifts slightly, propelling the figure forward. Finally, the slight twist in her stance directs the viewer's eye upward, connecting the feet to the greeting hand. The line of action flows smoothly from the back foot, up through the hips, and culminates in the raised hand and smiling face. Even the space between her legs is shaped naturally, avoiding any awkward gaps or blocky connections. This combination of pose dynamics and careful texturing makes the lower body feel just as vital and alive as the expressive face. This figure is approximately 22 centimeters tall. That's about 8.6 inches. For size comparison, here's a 350 milliliter can. That's about 12 ounces in the US. Overall, Misaki Shokuhou in the Espresto line by Banpresto delivers a confident and high-quality representation of the character that stands out in any collection. The face print is exceptional, using unique star motifs and a playful wink to capture her personality perfectly. It is rare to see such precise eye printing that layer color and shape so effectively at this scale. Her hair surrounds the figure with a floating sensation, enhanced by the creative use of clear star effects that catch the light. The way the hair strands are separated creates a complex silhouette that looks good from multiple angles, not just the front. The sculpting of the uniform balances softness in the knit vest with sharp pleats in the skirt, showing a deep understanding of fabric behavior. Texture work creates clear separation, particularly where the glossy loafers meet the matte socks, adding a premium feel to the materials. The inclusion of her signature remote control and bag adds narrative completeness to the display, telling a story about the character beyond just a pose. The bag's floating chain detail demonstrates a commitment to three-dimensional realism that elevates the entire sculpt. Her pose is inviting and dynamic, creating a sense of movement that feels interactive rather than static. The subtle twist in her body and the shift in her weight give the figure a lifelike energy that captures a specific moment in time. Because of this cohesive design and execution, fans of a certain scientific railgun or Misaki Shokuhou will find this to be a meaningful addition to their collection. The deeper you look, the more you appreciate the small choices, from the finger positioning to the skirt folds, that make this figure special. With that focus, collectors who appreciate accurate character details will find the artistry here to be deeply satisfying and well curated. That's it for this video. If there's any part of the figure you liked, feel free to leave a comment and share your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.